Alrighty, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the next episode of the Minecraft PS Vita Let's Play. It has been a while since I've recorded, since I've just been swamped and focused on finals week. We all know how that goes. But sort of here and there on the meantime, I upgraded the zombie farm because I was just farming a bunch of XP here for the next project. Obviously, I'm gonna try and build like a mushroom farm this episode. But I extended this so that it's just easier to kill them and more can spawn. Because I think only like 20 are allowed like in a single block area. So now they can spread apart and we can get a little bit more zombies before it gets maxed out. And also having some hoppers for flesh to get into. As you can tell, yeah, we have a lot of... I've gotten a lot of stuff. So... yeah, I've also done a lot of enchanting. Of course, it's nighttime. Fantastic. All right, bro. I've also done a lot of enchanting. The main reason I was farming XP to get levels was because I needed Silk Touch if I wanted to get mushrooms and stuff like that. Because I kind of, I didn't... Okay, so on these versions, we can't create potzel from spruce. So that's kind of, like, really annoying. I already tested that. So, without mycelium and without potzel, we're gonna have to have a dark room to grow mushrooms in. Which means mobs can spawn in there, so we're also going to have to make the room have a switch to turn on. Or a light switch. So I was thinking, I don't know, I have an idea of how I want that to look. But it's a matter of like time and resources. So as you can tell, I enchanted a lot of stuff, and I got this axe, which is fine. I was just looking for a Silk Touch on the axe, and the problem is we need like a lot of mushroom stem. I wanted to build a mushroom farm in a mushroom, you know, if that makes any sense. And it really only needs to be enough room to grow a single brown mushroom or a red mushroom, because like we're just gonna be growing one at a time, right? So with bone meal, so it really, we don't need that much room. But I also wanted to have a mushroom area that's dedicated to just mushroom spreading, because, you know, for the leaderboard's sake, as you could tell, I have killed a lot of zombies off camera. We're at 1,605. So, yeah, we've killed a lot of zombies. But the best way to get mushrooms right now is like, okay, we need to bone meal them, right? But, oh my gosh, I'm not used to talking again. We need to bone meal them, but we're gonna have to bone meal them like in a dark place. So we're gonna have to make like a square or something to bone meal them in. Kind of awkward, but it is what it is. What I really wanted though was to transform like one of these caves around here. Maybe expand it a little bit. I don't know about this one. This is a little too small. But this one may work if we fill this in. But I really wanted to have like a secret little mushroom cave, where there's a bunch of just regular mushrooms spreading out and growing. I think that would be really, really cool. But in the meantime, for the mushroom farm, I'm thinking we build it like right here or something. Right in this corner. Okay, I thought there was a chicken going in my farm. At some point, we're probably gonna have to deactivate this bottom layer and just make a cactus storeroom. So, yeah, I don't really want the mushroom farm back here. I don't really want it back here. So, so with that being said, I honestly don't know, because I said with the Potzel, I thought that was added in 1.13, but apparently it was 1.16. What the heck? Why do we have zombies that are stuck in the elevator? Like, what the heck, dude? You need to have a block above you? Why are you stuck there? Oh my. Okay. What the heck, dude? Bro didn't even know. Pop. Because do we need to make that, like, to the side? Like, back one? Is that the problem? I don't know. Okay. We'll just, Bro. Brother. Okay. That's that. Brain kind of fried there. But I don't know when they added... Why is there an end... What the... What is going on, bro? Okay. Why is there so many mobs over here? What is going on, dude? One thing I do want to do, though, soon, is I want to build a Christmas tree for with Christmas coming up, and I want to actually build that quite far away. I want to build it sort of like on a snow mountain. So I don't know if we build it like that way or really down south that way. Not really too sure. Let me see. Does this work? It does. Let's go, dude. I don't think fortune works on mushroom blocks. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so you can't get mushroom stem in these versions. Okay, so that actually makes things a little bit interesting. So we're probably gonna have to use white wool for the stem then. Okay, where was that brown mushroom? Thought there was a creeper, dude. Interesting. So if we place this back, it's just brown. Huh. You know, you learn something new, but... Okay. You know. Very, very interesting, indeed. Anyways, though, IRL-wise, yeah, I've pretty much been swamped with finals. Like, how hard is it to get a mushroom now, bro? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I basically, like, for chemistry, like, our teacher was like last week, here you go. So I have my final today at 4 p.m. My plan is to basically record this, get a long easy run in and then get like an hour or two of studying before I head there. We'll see if I have time. I may not have time to completely finish this episode in one recording. I may have to break it up and finish recording it tomorrow. But I have about 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes to record right now. So hopefully we'll be able to get it done. But she was like, "Okay, this week, we're gonna make it easier on you because we know we have finals coming up. So here's a lab final, a lab report, 2 quizzes, and an exam." Bruh, an exam before the final exam? Bro, what are we doing? Literally, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Stop trolling, alright? So, yeah, so I was pretty much busy with that. And then obviously, I wrote my essay, ended up being about 40 pages long. That was stressful. I actually had to cut a lot of content out because of just time-wise, I couldn't get to everything I wanted to get to. So finished that. This is gonna look so funny. Finished that. And I pretty much now, the only thing I have is my final today, which I actually only need to get. I have like a 98% in chemistry right now. I only need to get like a D, like a 68% or higher to still get an A in the class. There's no way I get less than a C, honestly. Like, there's literally just no way. I'm kind of just aiming for a B here. I'm not trying too hard on it, because it's like, who cares? We all feel that burnout at the end. You're so close to finishing, and then the finals are just like the final boss. It's like, oh my god, bro. Especially after how much time I spent writing that 40-page essay. Yeah. And I just have like one more writing assignment to do, which is basically just like a final review assignment. It's kind of just like, what did you learn? Easy, like 1-2 page write up, nothing crazy. So yeah, so that's why I haven't recorded, because I've been absolutely just grind mode. So I think we just combine these two now. So right now we basically have to make a room where we can grow mushrooms, since we don't have potsil. And we can't make potsil. So that's kind of okay. Also, we're gonna need some white wool. You're dyed green. We do not want to mess with the brown sheep. So once you guys eat, we're gonna change you to white wool. Because I don't even have like enough wool right now, white wool, to even work on sort of the stem that I want to work on. Yeah, okay. So we may have to get working on the mushroom room first, which is honestly really annoying because it's not really what I wanted to work on. Also, what do we make this mushroom room out of? Probably just dirt, right? It's like the easiest thing to break. Yeah. Flesh. And gunpowder. So that's kind of where we're at, life update wise. Not much going on. Actually, over winter break, I need to get new training shoes. What I need to get. So, because coach told me that the ones I currently have like Hoka's. It's because like I broke my ankle at work like a year and a half ago, and I basically need like a stability shoe. And coach just said the Hoka's are really good for like stability, but they're not good for. I should just like start killing all these animals. because when we're doing sort of our warm-ups, like after our warm-ups, we do some like wicket runs or wicket sprints. And he's always like, why don't I hear the force in your feet on the wicket sprints? And then he said it's because it's my Hokas. So, because when I switched to my spikes before I was going to do my sprint workout, he was like, whoa, what the heck happened? Because, like, you could actually hear the power in my foot strikes. And it was like, yeah, it's because I just literally switched to my spikes. So I need new training shoes. That is something that I need. Also, at work, since I work Sundays, at Bezos' slave factory, as an Amazon driver. Bro, peak season for us is... It's bad, bro. Holiday season. Like, we have, like, 30, like a third percent more, like 33% more load. But Amazon's like, yeah, you're gonna get the same loadout time. Same loadout time, bro. Also, you've had the same loadout time. I know you've worked there for 3 years. And over the 3 years, your volume has also increased by like 30%. So this peak season, you're technically delivering like 66% more than you delivered when you start. And because of all these packages, we actually have the same loadout time. Okay, great, fantastic. By the time I even get all the packages to my van, they're like, 5 minutes left, bro. Throw it all in. Don't organize your stuff. Also, organization is key for you to be fast. Yeah, so like yesterday at work, I had to throw all my big boxes in without organizing them. Like literally just chucking them into the van. Like quite literally just throwing them in. Even like fragile stuff. Absolutely hilarious. Don't order from Amazon if you don't want your stuff broke. Because they just rush you out of station. But because they rushed me out, I then had to go back to offsite anyways to then unload my van and reload it because they didn't give me time to organize it. And I'm not going to deliver without my van being organized because I'm not about to jump through my whole van every single stop for a big package, bro. Like, I would literally have to climb over packages stepping on. I'm not going on a scavenger hunt every stop, bro. I'm just not doing it. So they can miss me with that nonsense. I don't even know why I'm this far killing animals, but... I am. In terms of the Christmas tree, I want to build it on top of one of the hills. So that's probably going to come in the next few episodes. Alright. We should probably get back. So this episode, I guess we'll build a little mushroom room. I kind of didn't really have a plan for that yet, but you know, we'll get to it. So let's build a dirt room to grow little mushrooms. Okay. I need a fire spec and like looting sword for sure, bro. For sure, dude. If you guys hear a wah in the background, because, you know, we got the lovely gas leaf blowers outside, you know, that absolute banger every morning, you know? Just the perfect alarm, truly. Perfect alarm. Okay. I'm just gonna throw the egg in there for now, whatever, bro. Okay. So I'm not really sure how big to build this thing. I think we build it like here. Break down these trees. And then build it right here. My problem is like monsters are gonna spawn inside of it, which is gonna be actually really annoying. But I don't really want to waste resources setting up a lighting system on something that's temporary. So I don't know how big. I mean, the mushrooms can get pretty big, but I probably should have tested this even works in creative. I may just like construct this building and it just like doesn't even matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's good. I don't want it to be an odd number because I want to plant the mushroom in the middle. Because right now we're only gonna grow red mushrooms right now, so I don't care if this is big enough for a. Is this even? Should we go 11 wide? Maybe we should go 11 wide. Oh my goodness, bro. This chicken wants a piece of it, bro. Yeah, I think we should go 11 wide just to be on the safe side. I'd rather not construct this whole thing and then 2, 3, 1, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Like I said, I think it's plenty big enough, I think, now. Alright. Let's break all this. I genuinely should have tested this. Yeah, for Potstill, I already tested that in creative mode. Probably should have tested if, like, a dark room's even gonna work. Thing is, we're literally going to have to... Wait, I don't even think we can have a door. Actually, maybe we could have a door. Maybe we can have it, you know, it'll actually still be dark enough in there. I don't know how tall to make this exactly. I don't need to do the corner pieces. Like, I literally don't care how pretty this looks. This is temporary. Well, we get a bunch of mushrooms and mushroom blocks, and then in the meantime, problem is I actually do need to grow a brown mushroom if we want brown mushrooms to spread. It's fine. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Because basically, I was looking up sort of how mushrooms work. And I already forgot. It's something about like a 3 by 9 radius or something like that. So we're gonna have to fill in that water there. We're gonna have to extend that little cave. Make a little entrance. I'm trying to think how I want to do the inside of the cave. That's sort of the tricky part. Because if it's... The problem is... I don't think redstone torches. But I think mobs are still going to spawn in it. That's my problem. That's my problem with not having Potstill. But, you know, that's just kind of the world we're kind of living in, so... This is just green wool, right? Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Let's make some bone meal. And get you dyed. Because like I said, we could have one of all color sheep, but then we're probably not going to get much animal spawns, so... What are you going to eat, bro? You on protest? You on protest right now? You fasting? To protest your conditions? Well, you're a wool slave, okay? If I'm a Bezos slave, you're a wool slave, okay? We're gonna suffer together, okay? So shut up! Alright. Uh, I did not want that. I don't want no leaves, dude. Actually, I'm gonna need more dirt. Brother. So yeah, for the Christmas tree, so pretty much like the plans right now, the immediate plans are this mushroom farm. I want to build that small cabin by the little lake. I want to get working on that. And I don't know, maybe by the Christmas tree we can make a small cabin up there too. That could be pretty cool. The reason I don't want to build it next to me is because there's no snow here, so kind of awkward. So the only thing is that you see where I'm facing on the map there. The only thing is that hill in front of me. We could build it. Yeah, I guess we could build it there too. I don't think we build it like all the way south of the map. I think that's a bit ridiculous. Where is the sun, bro? Okay, we can do you. And then shear you. Okay. So, like, we could build it up there. I just don't think that's a big enough surface area for a hill. So we can build it diagonally over there. Or we can build it on that one. That's really our only options. Since there's no actual snow biome that we have. So, the reason I also want a manual sort of mushroom room is for leaderboard's sake. And plus I think it'd be pretty cool to have a little hidden mushroom room. Okay. Cause see, I don't know if it's brown mushroom. Like, I don't know how some of these are even calculated. The eggs are from picking up eggs from chickens. The wheat, you have to break the wheat, and sugarcane is from actually breaking sugarcane. The pickaxe, if anyone can let me know what the pickaxe is, please let me know, because I've tried to look it up and I genuinely have no idea what that is. Like, what even is that on the leaderboards? Like, seriously, what is that? I'm actually curious. Please let me know. Okay, well, this will probably be the last layer. And then we'll make the roof. And we should at least get some regular mushrooms here. Winter break plans. I plan on, obviously resting. I'm still going to be training over winter break, but how did I just know that was going to happen? Actually going out and doing stuff with my girlfriend, and then since I've been so busy, obviously I'm gonna spend more time on episodes. I'm gonna be able to record a lot more, so that'll be good for the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna try and catch up on some episodes. Also, I got this mending. I forgot that's what I was farming zombies. I actually got a leather tunic with mending. So that's what I want. Hell yeah. Okay. They're gonna have to break those leaves. So catch up on episodes. Work on some shorts for my other channel. I have, again, like I said, another channel completely unrelated to gaming that I do. If you guys find it, you guys find it. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want... the channels are just very separate, so... Okay. So can you place a mushroom in here? So how far can you place it? That's pretty... So... There. Okay. Interesting. So I'm hoping this is enough. So we can get farming a bunch of mushrooms. Let's see. So that's the center. I don't know if this is gonna work. Wow. Absolutely peak genius right there, bro. Nice. Honestly, I don't even know if this version... Does your mushroom grow on the first try every time? I actually have no idea. I know on, like, Bedrock, it's, like, multiple times, but this is 1.13, so... I actually have no idea. Like, at all. I guess we'll find out here, right? Okay, if it grows first try every time, this is gonna take a very short amount of time, and I'm not gonna complain about it. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have enough white wool to make the stem for what I want to do. And I also have to sort of design how I'm gonna do the mushroom itself, too. Alright, well, I'm gonna get mining a bunch of mushrooms and clear my inventory. And then once I get a bunch of mushroom stuff, we'll get clearing out this room and sort of make it into a little mushroom cave. So I'm gonna get to mining some mushrooms. Alright, after getting a decent amount of mushroom, I'm probably definitely gonna need more for the mushroom, but I want to get working on the mushroom room because I was just thinking about what blocks I really want to use to really decorate and make the room sort of... Dang it, we were so close. To make sort of eerie vibe to it, but also have it, you know, make sense. And I was thinking like nether brick, mossy stone brick. Not mossy stone brick, mossy cobblestone, and then like brown mushroom. It is a really weird thing, but I think it's actually going to turn out fairly well, I think. And I think for the floor, we do something... You can actually make granite. That's such a waste of quartz. That is terrible. Oh my gosh. That is really bad. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. Okay. So I'm thinking we do moss stone. We do... Where's the coarse dirt? Coarse dirt for the floor. Very weird, creepy set of blocks with redstone torches, of course. And I think it's going to make a pretty cool room. And we'll probably have some vines in there, too. I think it's going to be a really eerie room, bro. That's what we'll say. It's going to be a matter of, like, mining it out, making it deep enough. Honestly. So that the lighting doesn't, you know, is dark enough. So I think we have to mine it down a little bit. Alright. And it would help if we have sponge. I actually am gonna need to go grab... At some point I'm actually gonna have to make a fishing farm to get mending. It's unavoidable. It's just necessary. But also part of the charm of like beta Minecraft. Do we even need this? What is this here? Oh, I see. Okay. We can go like that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to mine this down. For sure. I need to go, like, use my levels. So I can, I got another diamond pick. Alright, we're gonna expand this a little bit. And then I want to do something like this. Like that. And then... because I kind of want to have the entrance like a little bit hidden. And then obviously we're going to have to mine this down. Obviously we also can't go too far because there's obviously the... whatchamacallit. So we go like this. Okay. And then we go down like another layer here. And then we probably make it on that layer. Because I kind of want the entrance to be a little bit hidden. I'm also just hoping no mobs spawn there. There's nothing I can do about it because it has to be dark. There's like pretty much nothing I can do about that. But I need to use my levels here. Because I did enchant another diamond pickaxe, which I need to combine with mine, so... dang, we have a lot of tools. There ain't even much left to enchant. Like, we already got the best on this one. We just need mending, right? I thought I had a chest plate. I did. It's right here. Let me get this off of here. Like this. Okay. So pretty much got that. Just needs mending. Pretty much got that. Right? This, we need aqua affinity. What else do we need? We need more protection. And... yeah, that's pretty much that. This, obviously, we need unbreaking, protection, feather falling. So that's really what I'm looking for with the boots, is feather falling. So, and for a sword, I'm kind of just looking for another unbreaking, like, or another looting, I should say. Wow, those enchantments are literally terrible. I think we save these diamonds, actually. And I think we just do a level 1 enchant on this. And then we check out the other stuff. I basically got an ultimate fishing rod. Another respiration 3? Brother. Fire aspect 2. And we're pretty much actually, funnily enough, almost out of lapis. Kind of crazy if you think about that. Kind of crazy. So, actually we're not. Just kidding. I just need you guys remembered I had a bunch of lapis, okay? I was just checking, bro. I was just checking, because I want to combine these 2 diamond picks, but obviously I don't want to waste any level 30 enchants here, so... bro, the same? Oh my goodness. I'm breaking 3. We may actually take that on the boots. We're going to take that on the boots. Okay, nice. So now we just need some more protection for the boots. I want to get these combined. Whichever way is going to be. So now we just need another efficiency. And mending for that. I don't think we have efficiency. We have protection 4. So we pretty much just need feather falling, right? Wow, our enchantments are just... Our enchantments are very enchanting right now, you know? Okay, whatever, bro. I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. Okay, now that we actually have a little work pickaxe, we can actually get mining this thing out. I don't know if I should just... Because we're needing a lot of nether brick, so we have to make a trip to the nether. It's always, you know, exhilarating. Not. And we need a lot of mossy cobblestone. Which means we're going to need a lot of vines. I think eventually... Do I even want to, like, break all these vines off this tree? I feel like if we want it to be authentic to the actual tree, I feel like we kind of should. This is kind of just like my vine farm right now. So... Kind of just like my vine farm. So we can smelt netherrack to get nether brick. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna need... We got some brown mushroom. I don't need this room to be, like, extremely big. I do want to look up, though, mushrooms again. Just to see about their spawning. Okay. I think we're probably gonna need, like, 3 stacks of vines, I think. I think that's, like, probably a safe bet. Most likely. Okay. I forget, can you put efficiency on shears? I think you can. I actually think you can. I remember, like, back in the day on Legacy, that, you know, to do mini games, like, you'd go in creative mode and then, you know, you'd make your own mini game map and then have your friends join. I remember I used to do that, bro. Bro, I used to have people subscribe to Galaxy mini games, like, via, like, a friend request or a message on Xbox where I would friend request people, and then I would be the ones, like, since you couldn't place spawners back then, I would literally manually with spawn eggs place things, and then I also had a COD mini games, or not a COD zombies map where I would spawn the zombies. Oh my gosh, bro. Those were the just absolute, just hilarious days, man. Just absolutely hilarious. So, like, the mystery box, like, everything used to cost flesh, because this was, like... I mean, this is not even before. This is, like, still. Like, there's no command blocks or any of that type of stuff on Legacy, so... I would literally manually spawn the the zombies and stuff, and then, like, the boss rounds, you know, like the hellhound rounds, I would spawn, like, a different mob, like a creeper, or, like, and then you would just exit without saving, you know? You just exit without saving, and then the map is back to, like, its original state. So even if you had, like, you know, they had, like, creepers blew stuff up, it's like, alright, well, it doesn't really matter. Man, those were the days, man. Watching, like, old YouTubers, you know, play, like, Islands of Junara, Or like those survival island type stuff. Those were the friggin' days, man. Those were the days, I have to say. Now we actually mine quick, dude. Now we're talking. Okay. It's a matter of how I exactly want to do this. Like I said, I don't want it to be like completely symmetrical type of cave. Like I want this to seem like a relatively natural sort of generation. So I'm trying to kind of make that right now. Okay. Like I think this looks pretty decent. And then you kind of enter from right here. And then it's just like a little mushroom cave. I think that's pretty dope. Although I kind of... This probably needs to be a little bit more round. I think. So I think we go... like in one here. Like that. And then we go sort of in a little bit here. Like that. And then mine this down. Like that. Like something like this. Ish. You know? Ish. That looks relatively natural. Yeah, this looks really good. I like this. I dig it. Okay. So we're gonna need just vines, of course. We're gonna need nether brick. We're gonna need brown mushroom. So we may have to get a little bit more brown mushroom. That room actually had enough room. The room had enough room to grow brown mushrooms, so that was good. That was good. It's gonna be a matter of how we want to do it. I also do want to keep stone in the walls too. Problem is I need gravel though. Not only for coarse dirt, but for the floor in general. Uh-huh. Okay. So, let's drop off this flesh and egg. Let's grab some cobblestone. And make some mossy stone. What did I originally grab all the nether brick for? I don't even remember. But we're gonna grab a bunch of it. Diorite. Flint. Andesite. Okay. So you may have to go caving a little bit to get gravel. Now my other problem is, of course, making this dark enough. That's kind of like problem number 2. So let's make this mossy cobblestone. Like this. Just make a stack of it. And then we'll put the brown mushroom. It's like such a weird combo of stuff, but I actually think it's gonna look fine. I actually think it's going to look just fine. It's gonna be a very weird room, that's for sure. But that's kind of the whole point. I mean, it's like a really weird mushroom room, you know? That's kind of the whole point. Very esoteric, like what the heck is this type of vibe, you know? Like, what did I just walk into? So we're actually gonna have to break this gravel. Oh, there's our chest. How cute. Okay. Like I said, just a very off-putting room. So I'm gonna get all the stuff in here that I want to get placed in here. And then I'll snap back when it's done. Okay, I just finished the room and we already have our first intruder. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just a bundle of joy? Okay. What I wanted... Something like this. Just a really just basic weird entrance. I actually want to look up something. Mushroom Minecraft. So, how exactly do they spread? Huge mushrooms spread. When receiving a random tick, a mushroom has a chance of spreading to a nearby block, including even above and below diagonally. If there are fewer than 5 mushrooms of the same type, in a 9 by 9 by 3 volume around the original mushroom. Okay. Now, in terms of the floor, this is where we kind of need a gravel and coarse dirt. Can mushrooms be placed on coarse dirt? I actually don't know. Let's see. They can. Alright, perfect. Okay, so we need to get gravel. I need some more gravel. I know there was some here. Yippers. So let's get some gravel. We gotta make a little bit more coarse dirt. Because what I basically want is the ground to basically be... Wait, what blocks can they actually be placed on? That have a full top surface light. Okay. Because I was actually thinking that nether wart block would actually fit in there as well. It would actually just kind of make sense. So I was like, okay, but I do not have enough nether wart to make nether wart blocks. It is not something that I have at the moment. So it is a bit of a problem. Yeah, bro. We're definitely gonna have to be careful in here with mobs. That is for sure, man. What's up, bro? Bro. Stop. Stop it. Let's use up this pickaxe first. So let's just clear out, like, the entire floor. And then kind of just go from there, I think. I'm hoping that the mushrooms can still grow under the presence of redstone lamps. Or not redstone lamps, whatchamacallit? Redstone torches. That's what I'm hoping for. I think the floor should be like stone, gravel, and coarse dirt. Which means we're definitely going to have... I need to go clear inventory. And grab some stone. Alright, we got some coarse dirt, gravel, and stone. And there's probably going to be a dude down here. Nope, we're good. Alright, perfect. Thank goodness. Alright. So now we kind of just get placing stuff. Essentially. And then we kind of just fill in the blanks. With stone. Like that. And then we basically fill the rest in with gravel. Boom. Just like that. Very odd room, but that's kind of the whole purpose, right? And we should be able to place our mushrooms in here. I'm actually going to start with one. We'll start with like this. Boom, boom. And then this shouldn't ruin the vibe of the room. My problem with these is that they're going to interfere with the mushrooms growing. So I feel like we got to place these like sort of where it's not going to interfere with mushroom growth. I guess we can go with just some like right there. Look at that, bro. I actually think that looks pretty good. As a little half-baked mushroom farm. Of course, next episode what I want to do is gather enough wool and actually make the full mushroom farm. So I think the next 3 episodes that we're going to have laid out at the current moment is do an actual mushroom farm, make an actual mushroom next episode. Off camera, we'll gather more mushroom, I'll get more wool. Then make our cabin and dock down there in that corner. I've really been wanting to make that. And then after that, I think we build the Christmas tree. For Christmas. I think that's going to be the next 3 episodes. I really do need to get working on the mine, though. But of course, we're going to need just an absurd amount of wood for that. Yeah, just like an obscene amount of wood. Now, the reason I'm really using concrete is because gravel and sand, that's all like... Look at that dude over there, bro. It's all like finite resources, technically, so it's not really something I want to destroy all resources for, so... I think we did pretty good. I really don't want this bow. Look at this dude, bro. Look at this dude. Look at this lad. Where'd he go? Dude. Pop. I don't want either of these bows. Alright. I think that's it for this episode. I'm gonna clear my inventory and then basically just get grinding on a bunch of mushroom blocks and wool. And next episode, we'll actually get working on... So basically the plan is to build a mushroom, you go up the mushroom, and then in the mushroom, you farm mushrooms by bone mealing mushrooms. So you bone meal mushrooms inside mushrooms. No. You bone meal mushrooms inside the mushroom. And then at some point, we do need to deactivate this bottom layer. Because kind of getting ridiculous. Never gonna use those cactus. Need to deactivate it. But yeah, that will be the plan next episode, and I'll see you guys then.